Zip, zip. This year, I was invited to participate in the Great Guitar Build-Off Challenge for the Invitational category. Crimson Guitar is sending each applicant a kit guitar, which they can do a cool custom build, however they don't need to figure out how to make a guitar from scratch. So I started designing the main body of the guitar, however I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do exactly, and I realized I have no plan, so I need to take a different approach to this guitar build. So I decided to print out a template on the computer, and I know what you might be thinking. This looks really similar to a Les Paul guitar, which it totally is. Now I'm going to do something slightly different, which is basically leave the entire kit guitar as it is, which sounds kind of worse, but trust me, I think I have an idea though. So the next thing I want to do is to make the knobs of the potentiometers. There are two of them, and I got these knobs here, which are really nice, but they're very generic and they don't fit the style of the guitar that I'm going with. So I thought obviously we have to make them square to go along with the theme. But yeah, first we're gonna make the square knobs and then we're gonna turn them on the lathe and hopefully everything will be delicious. Yeah. I took a piece of brass stock and cut it oversized to trim it downtown in the milling machine. Accuracy is not crucial in these parts, and so that's exactly what's going to happen. Using my makeshift fly cutter, I can get a nice finish, question mark? Well, it's good enough. In the 4-jaw chuck, in the 3-jaw chuck, oh my god, that's a mouthful, I held the piece and turned it down into a nice circle, as we were going with the whole organic in geometric kind of look. Then I drilled and rimmed the knob, and that's the pots done. The pots. I made a couple of brass plates, which are gonna go. One is gonna be the jack, the other one is going to go hold up the neck, which is very important because I have no idea about guitar building, and but I do know that the neck needs to hold the tension of the strings, which is pretty high. So I made this. And I want to engrave the pigeon logo on this one because I thought it would be cool. Let's try and do that. Okay. The next thing is to mark the center of the guitar so I can position the plate properly to accept the screws that will hold down the neck plate. I know that you can glue the neck as well. I don't know why generally I have a problem with glue, but I will use screws every time, baby. I'm still waiting for some material to arrive, so in the meanwhile, I'm going to start designing the pick guard, which I later going to engrave on a plastic plate. Wait, is it alcohol or acetone? Oh, not too bad! Okay. So that's the entire guitar binded up. Binded up, yeah, indeed. It says 15 minutes, but I don't trust that. So I'm gonna leave it for a day, and we'll see tomorrow if that worked. Since October is already over, I don't want people to find a skeleton with a sandpaper resting in the shops. So I've decided to borrow a rotary, is it a rotary? Vibrating sander from a friend just to help me get this project underway. And this was like a real treat. I'm really considering getting one for myself. I'm prepping the guitar for painting by masking all the areas that should be protected. I also mask the bindings, even though that's a wrong thing to do. And only later I've learned that I have to scrape them down with the blade, which I'm going to do eventually. Okay, now hear me out on this. I usually don't like to weather stuff out to make them look aged or anything like that. However, this guitar is kind of a learning experience, and I never did a paint job like that, and I spent way too much time trying to make it look perfect, and I really couldn't get the paint to look right. I just don't have it in me. And honestly, the accidental weathered look actually popped the embossed section really nicely, and so I'm gonna write it down as a happy accident. A bit more. I assembled the pickups, one in the front, one in the back, and ran all the wires to the electronics section in the back. I soldered the three-way switch, the volume pot, and the tone pot. You can do other wiring setups, like 2 volumes and something like that, but I decided to go with the classic 1 volume, 1 tone switch. And then after a huge amount of soldering, I really didn't expect that, I can close the lid from the back with a couple of screws. I screwed down the bridge and assembled the neck and took all the masking tape as it's no longer needed. I'm happy to see that the pickguard fit really nicely. I was kind of afraid of that. There's a small divot in the front of the guitar which I really didn't like, even though the general paint job is not the best. So I decided to cheat a little bit and make a pick holder which will cover the ugly spot in the guitar. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Okay, this was a dumb mistake, and I didn't expect the last string to snap so easily. I think I didn't file the nut so carefully or whatever, but I did a quick fix with another string held together in a weird way, which kind of worked, but yeah, we shall see. I really did my best to tune the guitar, but I'm not a guitar player and I have no idea if I'm an octave lower or something like that, but yeah, I gave it a go anyway. So really, by sheer coincidence, I recently came into contact with an amazing guitar maker, really world class, that agreed to check out my guitar. He will give the guitar a final tune-up because I don't know what I'm doing, and I thought it would be fun to show it to a real guitar maker to see what he thinks of my square guitar. I think we're here. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I don't have hands to shake.
That's
but
okay.
I'm gonna put the box here.
Nice to meet you. I'm Toby.
So I want to give a massive thank you to Toby from Ouroboros Guitars. You really should check him out. His craft is absolutely astonishing. And if you ever want a custom guitar which is really world class, you have to check him out. I will link everything in the description. I'm really glad I came to this shop as it really was inspiring to see a real professional workshop with all the material, so many custom tools and custom templates. This was a real joy to be there. Let's show you probably the worst build you've ever seen, but Still.
I think so.
Yeah, by the way, the guitar didn't fit in the case that was sent to
okay.
me, so that's why in the last minute I had to put it in the box that the case came in.
Wow, it's quite heavy.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, okay, now I see why.
there's not a lot of material was removed from this kit guitar, but anyway.
Yeah, but dude, this is an awesome idea. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it.
So apparently there's quite a lot of fine tuning to set up this guitar. He also replaced the broken string and filed the nut to be much more adequate, I suppose. We can finally test the guitar and see how she sounds.
But it resonates nicely.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
It's because it's a massive piece of wood, or
Quality woods, and I think because you did a good job in, building this guitar.
Oh, okay, that's kind of you. Yeah, thanks.
You got a working guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome.
This was like a real pleasure, and I really needed your help. And I'll speak to you soon, and have a good one.
Thank you, you too.
Ciao.
Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you very much for watching. This was really great fun. And if you want to win this guitar, you can go to the Great Guitar Build-Offs Challenge. I'm gonna link everything down below so you can check out all the details and the dates. There are a lot of other makers such as Jimmy DiResta and Pesk makes, which will probably do amazing guitars. So I'm really excited to see what other people make. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and a lot of thanks to Toby for helping me out. And I will see you in the next video.